I'm going to share a story about failure as a videographer. If you're just starting your own business or you're just stuck in a rut, then this story is for you. When I was in college, between the years of 2015 and 2017 specifically, at this point I started a photography business called Glass Eye Media based on a film idea that I had at that time. I did mostly headshots and graduation photos. There wasn't much work to get done, at least not the kind that I was qualified for. So this was a season of growth in experience, or at least it could have been. I don't think I was consistent in my efforts. I didn't really put myself out there or find a way to stand out from the other 100 photographers lurking about the campus. So I didn't get much work. And you'll notice some issues in this part of my story that'll become more problematic later on. So as I reflect on this, I really don't think that I maintain a good amount of consistency to build up my experience and skill set quite as fast as I probably could have. And by the time I graduated, I kind of moved on from that project, figuratively and literally. A couple of years later, while I was back living with my parents, working on establishing myself in the world, I decided to take a crack at a business, this time in the form of a videography business, Fearless Lion Media. This is where the main issues lie. I was so excited to try various mediums of videography, so I pretty much tried them all at the same time. So I did wedding videography, real estate videography, I did nonprofit and corporate focused videography. I quit my job as a dishwasher so that I would have more time free to pursue this journey. And I felt good about my choices. I had a fire in me, but I wasn't moving very far in any particular direction. In this case, trying to build multiple houses at once led me to not having a single house to live in, figuratively, of course. Each avenue of videography required their own specific skills and methods of editing, equipment, and their own network. And it became difficult to build each of those things up. That being said, I didn't quit quite yet. The turning point was when I moved from Birmingham to Phoenix City, Alabama, to start the rest of my life with my now wife. I moved in 2020, and having done so means I had to start over entirely with my network. All the videos I shot in the different mediums were in Birmingham, but at least I had that to work with to put on my website. So I was at least a step further than the last time I started, but trying to tackle several different areas at once all over again was exhausting. And I'll show you at the end of this video how I would have done this differently, knowing what I know now. So at this daunting point in my journey, I listened to a podcast that had a guest speaker, and he said something that shook me to my core. I was convinced that I was trying to do too much in a crowded market, meaning there were tons of videographers doing all these different things already. And I was trying to do the exact same thing that everyone else was doing. And if you've seen my video on abundance and crowded markets, then you may have an idea of why that was problematic for me. It was at this point I decided to shut down my videography business. It wasn't officially registered with the state or anything like that, but nonetheless, it was still heart-wrenching to let go of something I put so much time working towards. Only I was putting the wrong kind of time into it. So what went wrong? I'm so glad you asked. I didn't take myself serious enough to function like an actual business. I did not remain consistent enough to let time and repetition garner results. And I tried building up too many streams of income at once. But hey, what went right? Simply put, I failed. And this is a good thing because I ventured out to try something new a couple of times. I stepped into unfamiliar territory in multiple cities and different times in my life. Because of that, I've gained experience. I put hours into the craft of videography, and now I have the chance to learn from my mistakes. We often go through these things in one season to prepare ourselves for another season, whenever the stakes are higher, when we have to get more serious about the journey that we're on. The moment we stop sulking in our failure and begin to use that to fuel our next project, that's when we can jump into it with confidence. We have to fail often, but that doesn't make us a failure if we can harness what we've learned and can build upon it. So now as I move forward in this videography business that I'm in currently, my objective is far more specific and more linear. I'm not trying to do several avenues of video, and my focus right now is storytelling for businesses, full stop, point blank. If this video helped you and encouraged you, then leave a comment below and share with me how you might be motivated to move forward with your business. And to see a video where I exercise my storytelling skills for a sort of mock ad, then click on this video and I'll see you over there.